Hey yo, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. We are starting a little bit later down the line today because I had to do some stuff before the stream, which is also related to like acquiring some useful gear. Well, not acquiring, but actually like transferring some useful gear for my for myself and for my mercenary. So yeah, a little bit late today, but still. Here we are, back into the hell difficulty with the following stats and the following equipment, such as Kuko, Shakakubo, such as Treachery, which I have equipped for the sake of like getting increased attack speed, as well as to get myself, I guess, some more resistances. The helmet is the same for now, Nadir, Amulet the same, the Eye, Raven Frost, as well as Manald, as well as Mage Fist, as well as I've changed boots for Natalia's for a little bit of resistances and a little bit more move speed, because I have switched from using... how was it called? Stealth Rune Ward. Okay. Outside of that, I also changed my mercenary to the Holy Freeze aura because, well, the mercenary doesn't really need it to provide me with bless aim, because I never miss, and Holy Freeze will just going to provide some extra more crowd control effects, which is never a bad thing. Anyway. When it comes to skills, we have like the same stuff, Radiant waiting for me. I will get more plus to skills later down the line somewhere, but as of for now, we have what we have, basically. Over here for me is waiting my Shaco, Arachnid Smash, because I do not have, unfortunately, I do not have a good... alternative belt for me to use for mercenary. There is a Talrush, and there is also for mercenary the Insight, and for me Lysander's Aim, which I'm going to be using when I get that next level to get the necessary dexterity. Anyway, I also have Nudge's Light Blade for me waiting here. I did had an alternative, and I'm going to see like what is working better when it comes to like whether Treachery or this one, but later on I will going to switch to this particular piece of armor, and then I will going to also use Laying on Hands instead of Mage Fist, I guess, for more resistances, for more attack speed. Though what is really strange about like this whole like getting max attack speed, well, a lot of attack speed, Immolation Arrow is still the kind of thing that's has a cooldown, so you cannot spam it. You can spam the Ice Arrow, but on single target it blows. Anyway, enjoy the stream, enjoy the commentary, and let us begin today's show by doing at least like Act 1 on Hell difficulty. We do have a quest, but I want to get myself some more mana potions because of the fact that I do have feeling that I will be running out of mana really fast. Getting some keys, of course, because why not? And some mana potions just for the sake of it. I do have to be really careful because of the fact that like those resistances on Hell means a lot of trouble. But hopefully I will manage. Let us see. Let us see how things are on Hell. Well, the damage is already like going like lower than usual compared to what it was, but still. It's not exactly the problem. Let's see. Wait, somewhere they got Strange. Where did she get this curse from, I wonder? Odd. I already see the dips in DPS, because a lot of things are sort of resistant. Sort of resistant to my stuff that I'm doing damage with. But that ice arrow is still nice though. Like, I mean, it shoots fast and it does a lot, and I like it. I like it for the way it is.
I hear foul creatures about.
General gameplay is hardly going to change from what it was. Though granted, there are shit tons of like enemies that are sort of resistant. Well, having more defense against one thing or another, like the fire or ice. But I still like the fact that I retained the AoE. And here you can basically see like why having like having two things instead of like one, two elements instead of one is actually a better thing. Because I do get to have that possibility of using two things instead of one.
Thanks.
Which is never a bad thing, I suppose. I suppose. So yeah, the attack speed is mostly there for the ice arrows. Unfortunately, Immolation arrow, it won't going to do much for it. As a matter of fact, like, nothing will going to increase that thing's attack speed, because it has the cooldown, so it's like FCR that will going to do you no good if, say, for example, you are playing as a like you're using Meteor, for example. Granted, you will not going to benefit as much from it, like from the FCR. Yeah, so the gameplay now is already not about just like you shoot once and then they're all dead. No. The gameplay now is different. You need to shoot multiple times to kill certain targets. It's not that bad, but it's not that good either. And this character is insanely like mana heavy. So in the cow level on the previous stream, figured out that the maximum amount of the burning ground is equal to like 4, because it cannot create more than 4 burning ground sections, which is unfortunate. I'd say it's extremely unfortunate. Because it sort of makes it so that like even if you get to have more enemies lined up, it's still going to end up in like 4 and that's it. For burning grounds. I've also looked at different like guides and things that people have to say about like how how to get the damage going.
Perhaps
and
now the sisters will trust me.
unfortunately, besides like pluses to skills, there's not much you can actually do. You need to get that plus skills on top of plus skills and more plus skills, and yeah. So you are limited in that regard. And fights against bosses were going to be abysmal. To the point where nearly impossible to fucking fight them properly, because they were going to take so much time to kill. They were going to kill your mercenary, they were going to kill your Valkyrie, they were just going to be obnoxious. Which is annoying. Plus, I am also having my concerns over the fact that I will probably not going to be able to kill the how was she called? The Countess, because of the fact that she is resistant to both fire and ice. Granted, I don't need to kill her. Because I don't need to farm her on this character. But why do they have, like... They all have different resistances. One to one thing, another one to another. And then the mercenary dies. Yes. I am the one who has like the least amount of resistances, yes, yet I am the one who is left standing.
Not enough mana.
It feels strange. It feels super strange, and yeah, just feels bad. But I need mercenary because of the fact that I need mercenary.
Hello.
I need his insight aura really badly. It's not about his holy freeze. It's about his. Oh, it's also not about the fact that this guy's aura is not turned on. Which is another juicy game bug that has been in these games ever since release. Never fixed, never touched. He's supposed to have Holy Freeze, but this guy doesn't. Like he is not using it. Like he doesn't use it. See, only now he has it. Initially, he just doesn't do it. I wouldn't say it's difficult. I would definitely say that, like, it just sort of makes you dance around using two different skills pretty much just constantly, because a lot of things are resistant, like one to one thing, another one to another thing. But, like, overall, it just doesn't matter that much. If I would have had like Infinity or something, I would not have given any damn about anything, but Infinity is something that I don't have, so that sucks. And if I had like Infinity, I would not play with an Archer build. I would have went with a Java build, because she is more powerful. She's just overall much more powerful than the Magezon. No matter what you do, she's just going to end up being more powerful, much faster, and so on and so forth. But since I don't have Infinity, I don't even need to think about that, because I don't have that option. I love the fact that I don't have to care about whether I miss or not. Like, I always hit. That's really good. So that's like a huge plus.
I sense great sorrow and misery.
Fights against bosses is going to be absurd.
Join my army of the dead.
Yeah, see? It's like I'm pretty much like not doing damage to her whatsoever. Well, I do damage, but it's such a low amount. And unfortunately, as far like as I've read, like it doesn't matter just how much losses to skills you're going to have, like how good your equipment is going to be. You are not the boss killer. Which is something one must acknowledge if he is going to play this particular build. You suck at boss killing. Granted, as I said,
Rest in peace, sister.
don't really care about that thing too much. All that is left for me is to get the plus skills and to get those modifiers maxed out. And then afterwards, I guess it's only about like leveling passive tree, primarily the Pierce effect. The damage is not that bad. Like, I haven't really paid attention to how my brother was playing during his Sorceress walkthrough, but I'd say I see what can... Like, what is the problem? Like, you need to get a quickly accustomed to the fact that you always need to be aware of who is resistant and to what exactly. Like, say for example, this guy, the Rakanishu, he is already dead. I was about to say he is resistant to...
These stones serve some magical purpose.
Resilient to fire and ice. Then he just died, and it didn't matter. I still like the gameplay though. It's definitely not the greatest, but
I am overburdened.
it's still fine. Up until you get to bosses, it's fine. When you get to bosses, it's abysmal. But there's just unfortunately nothing you can do. As it seemed like her damage is being seriously negated by the boss's resistances to certain elements. It seems like it. It's not the end of the world, but that surely is something that you will never going to be able to overlook. As it's nearly impossible to overlook in the first place. Ran out of the XP shrine, so I'm going to get the one with plus skills. Plus skills are your only good source of ramping up damage in this particular build. It is most certainly different with the physical boson builds, because there the weapon also helps. Here the weapon is just another source of getting the plus to skills and plus attack speed, which only matters for one of your skills that does damage. Which is the ice arrow. As it doesn't have cooldown, because the other one, which has cooldown, is unfortunately like no matter how much attack speed or cast rate you are going to put on it, it won't matter. It will going to stay the same. Where's the waypoint? I didn't like her clear speed in the Nightmare Cow level whatsoever. I absolutely did not like it. To me, it looked clunky. The fact that you cannot put more than 4 flames on the ground is really, really bad. And it makes, like, aligning them perfectly, like the monsters perfectly, so that you are going to hit more targets, literally useless, as you don't achieve anything if you do so. Which is sad and unfortunate. Since you can only put 4 flames on the ground, you are not going to get that much benefits. Where the hell is the... Somewhere underground. Now is it? Now where is it? I like when it's... like inside of the wall, you know, not when it's God knows where. It's not here. So the gameplay all in all feels nice still. Low resist does matter. Like the fact that I have low resistances is not good. That's fine. I will manage. Where is the way that I need to go? I can't find it. Stony Field supposed to have a way for me to go to. That's some strange shenanigans. Where is the way for me to go to? Oh, there it is. Underground passage. It rarely spawns in like the center of the map. Usually it's somewhere in a different place. Like there is a solid like wall and stuff, and there it spawns. This time they just spawn it here, in the middle of nowhere. And the reason why I want to go dual element is for that particular purpose. Take a look at just how much things are being resistant to one thing, or being negating one type of damage, but are not so good against the other type. So you sort of you want to mix and match. If you don't have Infinity. If you have Infinity, like, fuck it, just go and slam their faces. But if you don't have it, you will going to have some huge problems if you're playing a single element. Unless it's Paladin Hammergen or a Necromancer Bone Mancer, I would strongly advise not to play single elements if you don't have things which you can use in order to obliterate their resistances. Nice. Hurts like hell. Hurts like hell, and we are literally in hell. On hell difficulty. A mana burn multi-shot. What sort of nonsense is this? Fortunately, again, I have the...
I can't carry anymore.
I have the juice. I have the juice in form of sweet AoE. AoE is so nice to have in this game. I don't care what someone else is going to say about like having AoE doesn't matter that much. It matters. If you push for efficiency, it matters a lot. Her crowd control is really good. That's Ice Arrow is so nice because it not only like slows them down, it freezes them temporarily, which is extremely nice to have. You have more control over what is happening and how can you like influence the combat.
Thanks.
Nice. Nice. How am How am I actually, like, from that distance, how did I lost HP? That's something that is so, like, ungodly that it happens. And the reason for that is, if you play online, there's just no, like, enemies are teleporting all over the place. Like, this thing has been a feature ever since release, and unfortunately it still hasn't gone anywhere. So yeah, you still have to deal with the fact that things are teleporting all over the place. Things are hitting you when they should not. You are hitting things when you should not. Like, on the screen, they will be like miles away from you, yet you will still going to hit them because. Is it a bad thing? Absolutely. How can you do something about that? You can't do anything about that. It just happens, it sucks. Until they will going to fix it, you can't do anything about it. Because for the most part, it's not from the player where this issue comes from, it's from the server. It's from the server. There is literally no way I'm going to get that fate proc. I will either going to die before getting it, or something like that. Still. This class is, like, this, not class, but this particular build is very good for that safe play from distance, I would say. It's not the best, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely up there if you are pursuing that low investment but get some decent results sort of play. Still, the Hammered In is going to be better when it comes to that already mentioned aspect. Oh, I got the Fate proc, nice. And with the Fate proc, my resistances are still dog shit. Nice. Like to have those dog shit resistances, because I don't actually care about resistances on this character. And as I said, like, I will do bare minimum to change that, like how much resistances I have, because I literally just don't care. It's like, let me show you how it's done on Hell difficulty, where you don't invest into resistances because you're just lazy and you don't want to even bother with it. Because that's exactly what I am going to be doing. This will going to get me killed, this will going to be extremely inefficient, but I just literally don't care. Oh, my mercenary died. That's wonderful.
Good day.
It's just absolutely wonderful. The mercenary cannot stand still for a minute without dying. Oh, that's because there was another lead. Yeah, nice. literally like reminiscent to the fact that I have been saying on the previous stream about the fact like who is going to suffer the most from that fact that you cannot bug the mercenary anymore. Literally those people who are just starting to play this game. Or the people who are not lucky enough to get the very powerful items for him that will allow him to face tank literally everything. This character is decent for the walkthrough, unless you count the fact that he just absolutely sucks balls when it comes to like killing bosses.
I can't carry anymore.
I like the fact how when you pick up arrows, see, it only auto-fills arrows that are currently in the quiver that you are using. It would be nice if it auto-filled quivers that are inside your inventory. It would be really nice if it actually could have done that without you having like the extra space in order for you to be able to do that. That would be nice, but unfortunately that is not the thing. Most definitely. Anyway, I'm having a feeling that I barely will going to die, even in this difficulty, but my mercenary is going to die like fucking crazy over and over again. Because it just so happens that he dies. And by the way, he's not wearing poopy equipment, like ethereal duriel shell, a rock stopper, and still it doesn't matter. A 0 up, 2 down 1. 0 up, 2 down 1. Anyway.
It's as if a great war were fought here.
I also like that sometimes this arrow just passes through stuff and it doesn't do anything. God.
I need mana.
Yeah. Killing single target just not good. And the mercenary dies.
I need mana.
I have to keep him away because he... Well, I was about to say he likes to explode, but he didn't have that. He did not have that. He did not have that whatsoever. My mercenary dies again. There is nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it rather than like try, because unfortunately I don't have things to make him a better tank, like a permanent tank, not the one that tanks a little bit better than before. Andariel's Visage would be really good.
I can't carry anymore.
Good to have. But I don't have it. Don't have the thing, that other thing either, which is like the skull-looking helmet. Also, yes, this character cannot do Uber bosses, granted. As if it was not obvious. She's sort of like... Now that I look at it, I understand like why she is B tier. As a lot of think about her just screams that she's a B tier at best. Just the sheer fact that like you can increase her plus skills.
Go to the rogue's camp without delay.
Okay. You can increase her plus skills, but then again, compared to other characters on whom you can increase the plus skills, mainly like the comparison being, say for example, either Druid or a sorceress. If you increase plus skills on those guys in comparison to her, those guys will going to win way more, obviously. It's not the fact that she's bad, she's just bad in like the B tier. She's just B tier at best. To make her even more powerful, you even need to make like some hefty investments, which not many people will prefer to do, considering the fact that you have other options. Two levels for him. Should I try to use this one versus this one? I'll lose the Pierce. Oh, fuck it, let's just try. Let's try to see, because this bow is being used a lot. This particular bow, either this or the Wind Force or the Rune Ward, and the Melody. I forgot the one that gives you basically the Fanaticism Aura, which requires Ohm and Ja runes, which are which everyone has them in vast quantities, as if. Like, I do understand that they're fucking powerful, but hey, like, come on. That's fucking a lot of investment to do. Fuck. Oh, fuck you. He just cannot stop dying. Fuck. And they're also throwing those...
The sisterhood welcomes
annoying curses, which enhances their damage even further. Like, it doesn't phase me that much, but my mercenary is like, oh fucking shit, like, come on. I just died so that I can die again. I'm investing in Cold Arrow. Oh, by the way, the curse apparently removes the... interesting interaction. So if you get cursed, it removes your... it removes the shrine that you had. Nice. Amazing. Love it. How wonderful. Yeah, I don't even want to go into the tower. So what will I get in that tower? Besides getting fucked by Countess, whom I unfortunately will never going to be able to kill. Why is this interaction in the game? After resummoning Valkyrie, I cannot use the Immolation Arrow. Such a brilliant... Fuck you, those distance attacks. Stupid fucking distance attacks. Which unfortunately can't do shit about because it's online. In offline there is no such thing.
Hello.
No. I prefer my guaranteed beers versus not versus chance beers. When I get the guaranteed beers, I will grab that thing back, but for now, no. I want to pierce them in guaranteed fashion. See, like, this guaranteed is so good. Not guaranteed is not good. Jeez. Jeez Louise. That's a lot of fucking damage. I'm gonna skip the tower, because, like, she's immune to both Fizz and... like, she's immune to Ice and Fire. So, like, fuck that. Yeah, the gameplay is like on the edge of your seat, but unfortunately not breathtaking. Definitely not. Immune to fire and ice. Fuck you. And I'm like, I'm saying immune, but I should like say resistant, because immune is a little bit different.
I am overburdened.
Still alive, still kicking.
I can't carry anymore.
No, don't kill him.
Thanks.
As soon as I will get to bosses, this is going to be so fucking annoying. And unfortunately, there is just nothing you can do about that. But it's fine. It will take me years to kill one boss, but still. It's not like I'm competing here for the fast bosses kills. I have other characters for that. I just want to beat the game. That's it. She's going to be very decent in Chaos Sanctuary, I'd imagine. Giving her lay on hands, and the fact that she can deal with things from distance. Yeah, this will be like really good for her. Good place. Cow level, unfortunately not. Well, if the same stuff will going to happen like it happened on the normal difficulty, definitely not. Like on nightmare difficulty, then definitely not. Jeez. Yeah, poof. They all gone. The reason why I'm taking it a bit slowly is because when you have such resistances that are barely even visible, this is like pure trash resistances, and that's under the Fate proc, which is even worse. Basically, and you also have like 700 HP, you need to play... You need to play it easy. You need to take it slow, you need to take it easy.
The sisters will be glad to
Also,
have this back.
stop fucking dying, you mercenary. And even though I don't go for the Countess, I don't care about that because of the fact that, well, you don't get, like, if the quest reward would have been something reasonable, I would... Wait, I don't have gold? Oh, fuck you. I lost all my gold. I've spent all my gold. on reviving that mercenary.
The Order welcomes you.
Oh, I'm 62. Time to get a better helmet. With magic find. Yes. And with more pluses to skills. Yay. See. Life, mana, damage reduction 10%. 2 tool attributes, 2 tool skills. Wonderful. Wonderful. Need to get this bad boy instead of this. Oh, yeah, maybe. This is what I will going to use instead of the Mage Fist, though I will lose 1 to fire skills. But still, yeah, against demons. Seaman demons. This would be nice. Still, what an improvement. I got myself a +1 to skills again. Any pluses to skills are really good. Oh, the poison ran off so fast. Didn't even fell it. Yeah. You know what's better here in comparison to Summoner Necromancer? You are not being blocked by anything. Which is really good. Which is what I like. But I still don't, like, don't get me wrong. I don't like playing with very, like, small resistances. I don't. I am doing it, but, like, fuck that. I won't go to advise anyone to do the same. Because that's fucking dangerous and can get you killed really fast. I'm doing it because I got nothing better to do.
What nightmarish tortures took place here?
Ah, shit. That trap is going to be annoying. Although it dies really fast. Plus, as I said, like, you keep them at bay with freezing them constantly, just over and over again. Just give them a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you keep them nice and busy. I don't even know if I should invest so much into vitality, to be honest. Although, no, it doesn't matter, because, like, should I invest into strength or dexterity? Like, so what? It doesn't going to... because it's a Magezon, it doesn't increase her... It doesn't increase her overall damage, you know? It just doesn't. The only thing that does are the plus to skills and some bonuses on your gear that gives specific, like, plus to fire, plus to something, and that's it. Outside of that, nothing. Shit. Still, I like it. I like this build. There's just something interesting about it. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's sometimes gear dependent, sometimes not gear dependent, which is like... I know it's a stupid thing to say, but it's just how it is. It's like, it is, but it isn't, but then it is, but then it isn't. Its gameplay is good, but when you reach bosses, it turns into a complete nonsense, which other characters don't have to deal with. But this one is privileged. It's most definitely better in... like, if you play with somebody and you act more like a support damage dealing class, something like that. Mostly supporting because you can crowd control. See, I almost died. But I didn't die. Because I'm just good. I'm just good at this game, so I don't die. It's a B tier at best. Like, absolutely B tier. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not dog shit, but it's not anything exceptional. Can't really do a lot of things, but at the same time, some things can be done with it. It's overall average. Average in a good sense. Because we have average builds that suck ass, such as pretty much most of the barbarian builds, but then we have this one, which is okay. There is unfortunately nothing that can be said like, wow, take a look at this, like so much damage. No, let's see, like in hell difficulty it already like dips, plus if you do not have something that will push your pierce chance to 100%, you are obliged to use a weapon that has guaranteed pierce, because without pierce it is unfortunately bad. Shit, let me out. Also, it's hard. It's kind of hard to get for her resistances. It seems like you can do it, but then you're going to have to sacrifice pluses to skills, and your overall damage is going to get decreased. There is nothing you can do to make your fights against bosses easier, which is another huge minus for those who don't like to spend a lot of time fighting bosses and stuff. Also, her immolation arrow is buggy. Granted, that thanks to Blizzard and not thanks to the class that I'm playing. Because the game functions accurately, as one may say. Probably the one who doesn't play the game. Also, some point out that her, like, when she dodges, she has like slow recovery speed, and sometimes you can get like locked in the dodge animation. I didn't pay that much attention to this particular case factor, but yes, it is like noticeable. Sometimes you will just going to. Sometimes you'll unfortunately going to get locked into that dodge animation, and it will going to make it really hard for you to like either move away or to attack targets, because you're going to be basically stuck in the animation of dodging. It's like, you know, not for all classes it's good to get that max block chance, because sometimes, like, if your block recovery is slow, you're going to get locked in place. That's exactly what I'm pointing at right now.
I am overburdened.
What is that? That's shit.
I am overburdened.
Hey, anyway.
Hello.
Hello.
As I promised, my resistances will be beyond bad, but that's fine. That's fine because I don't really care about that. Yeah, this is a problem, but fuck it. No fucks given or taken. I'm the potion collector here. I collect potions that I don't even need. There is a way to make your life easier, which is to get yourself the lower resist one. That's just for bosses, and I will going to try to do it without that. Dude, Berserker Axe is... No, I don't want it. Wouldn't be this game if it didn't drop me some Berserker Axe. Anyway. Oh, charm. Oh, it sucks. Nice. You you know, let's do it like this. I mean, why not? For the sake of mercenary. No. I'm going back and I'm removing this curse. I don't like it. I never did.
Greetings.
If only Immolation Arrow, like, didn't have this features that are making it underwhelming. If only its damage from the fire would... damage over time from the fire would have been a little bit more like the firewall. And less like a fireball wannabe. If only. Hello and welcome to you too. You arrived just in time. Well, just in time. You missed some, but not too much.
This place is eerie.
Thus far, experience
I can't
on
carry
Hell
anymore.
is... I would say okay. Nothing exceptional happens, but it's still decent. Decent enough experience. It has nuances. Dude, like, no. You tell me that this was not like a... You saw where the fire from the like why the fire from the immolation arrow when I shot that direction outside, the fire appeared here. I am telling you, like, those who are saying that this game does not have bugs, you are really blind. This game has so many fucking game bugs. It's just so, like, so obvious. Granted, not game breaking, but still. Great. The shitmans that are going to be hard to catch. Wait, I leveled up. Didn't even pay attention. More vitality. I guess I'll bring it to like 200. And then I'll just stop. I either way will not going to be tanking, so like having huge HP pool is just fucking useless. Vitality unfortunately doesn't give me anything besides HP at this point. And that HP, unfortunately, with the amount of resistances that I'm having, is just... It may seem like, oh, okay, he's going to have some HP, but that's never going to be enough to face tank anything. Well, I'm lying. Sometimes it will. Oftentimes it won't. Anyway, the place where I most definitely will going to have no problems in is going to be Act 4, because I'm going to be using Lay on Hands gloves. That's 350% damage against demons. That's basically screaming like rip to all of the demon scum that is going to be present in that map. Yeah, so far so good. I don't really know what I'm going to do against bosses. Probably nothing, because there is literally nothing I will be able to do against them. Besides get owned, or it takes a lot of time to kill them. But that's already a little bit too late to say. I've chosen this build. I'm going, unlike Barbarian, Whirlwind Barbarian, which I don't want to touch. This build is going to be done from start to finish. Completed with the playthrough. Yeah, the fact that she has this crowd control is like AoE crowd control. Fucking Wii crowd control. That's for a range class, actually for any class, that's so good.
I am overburdened.
AO fucking E crowd control. In form of like completely freezing them in place for a certain period of time. And then slowing them. This is amazing. I'm not dealing with this curse. As soon as this curse appears, I say fuck it, let's go and remove it.
Hello.
Better be safe than sorry. I see them.
Thanks.
And Dario. And Dario. Where are you? She can be all the way up there. Or up here. I guess up here. Or no. Or yes. Haha. Yeah, up until I get my pierce to a reasonable level where having, like, don't having this guaranteed pierce from bow is going to matter, I unfortunately will going to have to stick with the weapon I'm currently using. I'm saying unfortunate, but at the same time, like, the bow is not that bad. If anything, this bow is not bad. Because see, it gives like 3 to bow and crossbow skills. On top of that, like, it has the fire damage added, and it has +3 to immolation arrow, which is the arrow that I'm using. Unfortunately, that's not +2 to all skills, which is granted better to have, because it gives +2 to all of those passives, which are really nice.
Thanks.
And to Valkyrie, which unfortunately is bad. I guess Valkyrie, Valkyrie, when it comes to skills, is like a skeleton, which sucks if you don't go, like if you didn't pass certain threshold. Sucks when it comes to tanking, but then later on, like, gets better, I'd say. Dariel is never the, like, she is never the sort of
This maiden shall inflict no
sort
more
of
anguish.
boss that dies really fast. Definitely not the showcase of anything, except the fact that my mercenary died again. But that's already not something that's I'm really impressed about. Not the first time, not the final time when he dies. Anyway. She is dead, and I can move to Act 2.
Finally, we.
Yes, finally you may. Whatever you may.
Look.
Good day.
And the tower I skip because
Your presence on.
because I don't have infinity, because my mercenary is a piece of shit who is going to die there, and because I just don't care.
You.
And the mercenary is just a piece of shit that he is, who is refusing to give me anything. No, I don't want to use it right now. The reason why I don't want to use it right now is because I'm not facing demons in Act 2. More attack speed would be nice though, but... Oh wait. My mercenary does not possess the ability to... yeah, to wield that armor though. So he's going to die even more.
I don't.
fuck it. I need level 66 for an amulet that is going to be good for me. Yeah, when it comes to raw damage, it's sort of there, but again, I think that in comparison to the sorceress, her elemental damage is weaker, like the Amazon elemental damage is weaker. Does it make the gameplay harder? Hell fucking no. Why should it? It's still so easy. Just run around and you freeze stuff to death and that's it. Yeah, the only problem is keeping the mercenary alive, which is impossible if you don't have proper gear, because you cannot bug him anymore, and like not being an idiot who runs into enemies and dies because of that. Yeah. I'm still like amazed by her dodge chance overall. How many stuff she dodges. It's 68% for them to hit me. It's like evade is good stuff. It's a good stuff, but something tells me that this percent doesn't go into this overall picture. Oh wait, I'm looking at the... fuck. Average chance for they will hit you is 85%. Hell fucking bullshit, they're missing way more. Way more than that. La 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 la. In this place, I'm only going to use that freeze arrow. Yeah, what carries her is the fact that this shot like freezes them completely. This is a huge game changer for her, which I really like. You can just shut down their entire offense by just shooting them. The only character on whom getting plus skills was a piece of cake was actually the Summoner Necromancer, because you get the plus skills up your ass for those... Straight up pulling those plus skills from your fucking ass. Oh, he's cold enchanted, and he's fucking resistant to ice. Yes, nice. Ah, even better. How I missed it.
Thanks.
Like to note that this game bug is still intact. Yeah, wonderful. What you gonna do about that? Pressing that, ferociously pressing that button to re-summon my Valkyrie. Nope. Yeah, fine. Fine is the gameplay. You literally just run around and you shoot stuff. And if you see that the thing doesn't get too much damage from one source, you just hit him with another source, and if it doesn't help, well then buckle your seats. It's literally going to take ages to kill stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, they're doing damage, but as if they wouldn't do. I would be surprised if they didn't do any sort of damage, and it would be a complete joke. Literally can't see them, but you can, and you can't cannot touch them, but you can hit them and you can freeze them. Yes. How? Well, it just happens. They're using fire, and I got the fire resist shrine. Nice. And if only my fire resistances weren't that bad, that it didn't even matter. I just somehow managed to get past that negative mark, but it's still 4%. As I said, like I've did like I've promised. I have below average resistances, just to show you that it doesn't even like if you are playing a ranged character, it doesn't fucking matter what kind of resistances you have. You can just blast everything into the fucking ground. A very privileged gameplay. Those who are still non-believers to the fact that ranged characters are much more superior than melee characters are in Diablo 2. See, I'm even going to take this one, so that in case something, I will going to get hit by a lot of damage. This game, unfortunately, it does for certain characters, it does a very bad job at actually like teaching you how to value your resistances. I would say it's a huge problem, because you don't learn much. Back in the day, I thought that in D2 there was a lot of things to learn, because like items had those like prefixes, suffixes, prefixes and all that kind of stuff, but now that I look at it, so many stuff on those items are just so fucking like it's such a fluff that is just there to make things like, oh, take a look like how much stats it has, but the fuck, only like 3 to 4 stats are actually what matters, and the rest is just fluff, and you can close you don't even have to understand like what it does for the majority of the time. You can just close your eyes as if like it doesn't even exist, and the entire picture is not even going to change, which is fucking stupid in my personal opinion. Just as it is stupid like how much time it will going to take me to kill this fucker. Yeah, because the game is properly designed. Especially when you resummon Valkyrie and you cannot even fucking shoot your arrows. Thank you. Thank you. Shoot. No. My mercenary dies because I cannot shoot him with fire arrows.
Not enough mana.
I... Does anyone even have any sort of explanation as towards why the fuck Valkyrie and Immolation Arrow share the same cooldown? That's so fucking lame.
Has been avenged.
Honestly, just
I am overburdened.
why? It literally makes no sense. And I've explained, like, it's the same as if you would have revived, say, for example, you summon a golem or summon a skeleton or revive monster, and then you share, like, it puts, say, for example, your corpse explosion on cooldown. Like, no. Like, why? It's stupid.
I bet you.
It's another one of those game bugs that people are living with, as if thinking that this is okay, when it literally is not okay.
I've heard.
Just the stupid things that make no sense.
Approach and let's trade.
Makes no sense. I don't approve it. Let's say fuck it. Na, na, na.
Yes.
Blessings to you.
What am I even waiting for? Level 66, right? Where's that amulet? Oh, I can already. Nice. Deadly Strike. It's going to be better than mine, because Lifestone per hit doesn't work. Defense versus Missile, well, that's good, but... I'm going ham. I'm going fucking ham. Increase that attack speed parameter. Get nothing for it. Except the fast attack speed on the Ice Arrow, which sometimes will going to do something for you, and sometimes it will not going to do anything for you. Wonderful concept.
You.
Not here.
I have.
My mercenary needs like 5 levels or something till he actually going to stop to become that bad or survive a little bit longer, which of course is never going to happen. Yes, I'm firing faster, only it barely even matters, I would say. Things that I literally don't understand about this particular class, or just like about the Blizzard logic. So it's already established the fact that you cannot lifesteal / mana leech on hit as a range character. Why the fuck do you even have lifesteal and mana leech on hit on bows? Or like gear that is related to this particular class? It's again going in that direction where you understand that mechanics in this game are prototypes at best. Or like having stamina on late game gear. A very wonderful concept. A shit stat that doesn't matter in the end game, and yet it's still present on rune wards, on items, on jewelry, on like anything that matters. Dumb and stupid. Instead of putting something that literally matters, you get to have something that doesn't matter. Oh well. Also another concept that doesn't work, and I believe I mentioned it, and this is entirely related to how magic type of damage, like unless it's magic immune, it doesn't matter. While when you are playing with elemental types of damage, magic resistant, magic immune, magic enchanted are all of the things that I have mentioned are like, they matter. Like they cut your damage severely. Magic, like fuck that. Unless it's magic immune, I don't give a shit. Wow. Ain't that good. Of course it isn't. I'm gonna go and open up a portal here. That's referring back to the problem of like why people consider Paladin to be like one of the reasons why people consider that Hammered in Paladin is overpowered. Oh gee, if your game is designed so perfectly, definitely a Paladin's problem that's magic damage can only be negated by magic immunities. Any other type is just other version of lowering that specific damage type is non-existent. And then people be like, but he's so good. He's really busted. Say thanks to Blizzard. Because even back at that time, when they were still Blizzard North, they actually didn't care about the balance properly. Hence, this is why this whole like class comparing is practically useless. Because in the game where there is little to no balance, why even compare classes to begin with? It is obvious that one is going to suck so hard while the other one is going to be bluntly powerful. It's like League of Legends. Why play a shitty character and then complain that the other character is beating your ass, while you deliberately picked a shitty character and then started to complain that the other one that is not shit is beating your ass. Unless you are a tryhard, which, again, doesn't change the fact that the class or the build that you're going to play is going to fucking suck in comparison to other builds. Who the fuck cares? It's like, look, I'm the frenzy barbarian. I can farm for ages to get myself double grief and some other stuff. It is quite expensive to get in order to do something that Paladin can do with gear that is 10 times less expensive than mine is. But hey, I did it with Barbarian. I scored a cookie in a game that is like 20 years old, and you already cannot impress anyone if you do that. You just wasted your time. Gee. Congratulations. That was worthy time and effort investment. Definitely repeat the same process when the season starts. My mentality when picking class for playthrough, again, specific remark, for playthrough, because I'm never in, like, I already have created, like, my brother has created himself a sorceress, and I have created myself a hammered in paladin. That's it, like, for farming, that's absolutely, like, enough. That's enough, we don't need more. We have a character that teleports, we have a character that can do a lot of damage, and all that kind of stuff. We just don't need anything when it comes to farming anymore. And when you get Enigma, you don't even care about anything. And I also have a Necromancer Summoner, so good luck. And then comes the thing that you can actually like respec your hammered in, or if you have like a decent gear, you can make yourself a hammered in that can also do Ubers, and that's it. When it comes to like farming, all decked up and ready, but unfortunately farming process in this game is just complete bullcrap that is relying 900% on RNG and not on the class that you are going to play. Class is going to give you the possibility to farm a bit faster, but you still are a RNG slave. Absolutely easily, just pummel them all down.
Thanks.
You know what makes this skill even more buggy? The emulation error. Is that the fact that the burning ground that it creates is so inconsistent when it comes to the way it appears. Like it sometimes can appear, and sometimes it just doesn't appear, and sometimes it just makes no sense why it doesn't appear. It's just awful how inconsistent this skill is. When it's literally, like, if it hits the target, create a burning ground, and it hits the target, and it doesn't do it. And I mean, Nightmare, like, going into Nightmare Cow level, it just showed me how clunky this mechanic is. Because, say for example, you align 20 cows, the arrow passes, like, let's say 10 of them, it will create 4 burning rounds, and that's it. Like, no more than 4. Why? Well, fuck this. 4 because 4. Just anything more than 4 will going to break the game. That's what their logic was. And again, the skill description will not going to tell you anything. I have my grudges with how they are writing the skill descriptions nowadays for skills. It's literally like giving you a bit of information that you need to know. Everything else go and read wiki or some kind of stuff. And it's not only related to action RPG games.
Thanks.
It's just laziness of those who are supposed to
I am overburdened.
write those things. Lazy people. Lazy people. Yes, put more.
Thanks.
See, and I would have understood if this factor of why burning grounds doesn't appear, if it would have been related to the fact like you have low chance to hit. But no. As a matter of fact, this class doesn't care, like this particular build doesn't care about chance to hit. As the things that you are using are like spells, and spells don't miss. Unless it's Whirlwind, but that is like that's an entire Whirlwind is entirely different category of fucked up, drastically to the point where it doesn't even make sense. Whirlwind is just so poorly designed in this game. Starting from the fact that it doesn't have AoE, following up with the fact that it has severe problems with chance to hit, and it doesn't have any synergies, which is awful for a skill that is literally the skill that you get in late game. Well, not late game, but on level 30, and you don't have any sort of synergies. Why? Well, because because synergies were not planned for this skill. You have 6 synergies on a skill that blows ass, such as Valkyrie, and then you have no synergies on a skill that is a like the thing that you use on the barbarian. Who literally, he's supposed to spin and do damage. Oh well. I already said like how tired I am of trying to figure out how prototypes for mechanics work in this game.
I am overburdened.
Yes, we did it. How the fuck can I not kill this thing? Look.
Not enough mana.
Works properly. Works 100% accurate. It doesn't spawn additional creatures, and you cannot kill it. Nice. But it's alive. See? The game is not buggy. Yes. Not buggy. Those aren't
Good
game
to
bugs,
see
those are
the-
features.
How may I help you?
Oh, I got a Cold Sorceress skiller with life. How amazing. I'm so fucking lucky with skillers. That's insane. I got the skiller for Paladin. I rolled 2 skillers for Paladin. I got the skiller for Cold Sorceress. I rolled the skiller for Lightning Sorceress. I also got the skiller for the Shapeshifter Druid. Nice. Nicely done.
Good evening.
And skillers for life are with life are also sort of rarity to have. Granted, it's not like the greatest role, but it's still a skiller. You can sell a skiller at reasonable prices. Especially if they're for the Pegadin or for the Sorceress. The most popular characters.
Thanks.
Do, 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 do. I'm having reasonable amount of fun till I get to act bosses. As soon as I have to face an act boss, I'm like, oh, that's gonna take a while. Oh, my mercenary is dead. Oh, again. My Valkyrie is like getting one-shotted. It would have been better. See, you know, you are maxing like the immolation arrow and this how is it called? The freezing arrow, but you're also leveling exploding and cold. It would be really nice to have this sort of ability to choose, like, if I want to AoE smack him, I use this thing. If I want single target, I can use this thing. But unfortunately, it just doesn't matter which skill you're going to pick out of those four mentioned. They all going to suck when shooting single target stuff, so yeah. It's like pick your poison. Granted, those are just act bosses. So, like, whatever. I don't want the, like, for the majority of time, I don't want to farm with this class. I just level her because I like the rogue from D1. I played a lot with her, so like, why not? Plus, it's a simple concept, you don't have to level up that many skills. Normal difficulty is beatable without any like runes used as a rune wards. Even when it comes to your weapon, you can just smack, like get a bow with 3 sockets from Act 1. You just smack in there 3 fire crystals, and you just kill everything. Simple concept. You don't miss, you hit an AoE, and you're just that good. But the more you play, the more you'll realize her weaknesses, which are extremely obvious. And I wouldn't even say unfortunately, because she's B tier for a reason. Has room for improvements. But as she stands right now, she is what she is. I would wish so that her Valkyrie would be less shitty on like lower levels at least. Because if you take into perspective a golem that Necromancer has, he indefinitely like level 1, he gets the very nice slowing aura. And he's just there, you can resummon him fast, there is no delay, there is nothing like that. Just having a nice little tanking feature, while Valkyrie puts your immolation arrow on delay, takes some time to resummon, has 6 modifiers, but
I know what I'm doing.
I already have said, like, who the fuck cares if it's so slow and it just doesn't matter. Have all the modifiers you want. If it doesn't increase her speed, movement and attack speed, she's just useless for me. I hear snakes. They're fucking resistant to ice. And they have to do something with this sound effect when something is on fire. Unfortunately, like, hearing this for a long time is going to cause you seizure, especially if you are using like something fire-related, fire damage over time related, and you're fighting something like Bale. My fucking god, like, this is so bad. Certain sound effects needs some improvement in this game. Whirlwind is probably, like, Whirlwind and seizure granting sound effects from fire need to be removed from this game. Removed or changed. Whirlwind needs a better, like, visual and sound effect. Just because it looks and sounds really, really bad in comparison even to V3. I'm not asking them to change the skill and how the skill functions entirely. I'm just asking so that skill we're going to have like the visual and the sound impact, because right now it's awful. It's really awful.
Thanks.
Like how some people are thinking that for Hammerdin Paladin Act 2 is very difficult because of the magic immune targets. Guys, it's actually not difficult. As a matter of fact, it's pretty easy. You just skip the magic communities and that's it. You don't even have to deal with them, you just skip them. Act 2 is reaching its end.
Let there be light.
Come to think of it, Act 2 is very easy. Never been a problem. My mercenary... 15 strength, 160. I just want to give him treachery. He cannot equip it yet. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. But he can equip this thing. I don't need it because life and mana stone per hit doesn't work with range abilities. Because thank you, Blizzard. That's a very generous way to say...
I'll put that to good use.
Say fuck you. And it's not related with what skill you're using, it's just related with the fact that it doesn't work. It doesn't even work with shooting like base arrows. And then granted, maybe I need to put something instead of this. Replenishes life, 20 life, although... I don't have Bulketas or Stone of Jordan. Those would be really, really good alternatives. But I don't have them. Because I don't have them, I can't use them.
Yes? That'll help when you
They are sure tanky. Those guys are not. It seems like every time you shoot them, you just reapply the freezing effect. So they permanently stay in place. That is not being related to elites and I guess certain champions. Yep. Yep. I need that waypoint. I don't know why I need it, but I need it. I still don't understand, like, why this character feels way tankier than some other characters I've played. Maybe it's just because her passive tree grants this. Ah, shit. Grants her this dodge chance. Maybe. But I still need to play a bit careful. See, also another reason why I will going to put Necromancer's Clay Golem on top of the Valkyrie. That's entirely related to the fact that he moves faster. On top of also providing a very good slow effect. Arrows. Got myself some arrows. And again, no one is here. Because everyone is there. Got a whole party here. They're in the other room. I was hoping they will be close, but they are not close, so yeah.
Arcane fortress.
I straight up have the feeling that I'm going the wrong way. But I'm bad at choosing direction in this place, as it's just random. See, like, her damage is there. It dips sometimes. I'd say fine. But only sometimes fine. Be surprised if I'm actually going to the right place. Oh, certainly I'm not. Anyhow, so far when it comes to like the overall enjoyability of the class during like the leveling process, she comes right after Paladin for me. Just because the fact, like, I like the fact that she uses dual elements, I like the fact that she is more of a beginner-friendly character overall. She keeps things at bay with her range attacks, she also has the very good freezing effects, which cannot be underestimated. she has problems. And she's not the boss killer. And she is not the fastest, like, when it comes to clear speed. But still, I went the wrong way. Again.
Tell me your troubles.
What a coincidence. So would I recommend someone to play her? Yeah, I would. If you like that range playstyle where you are in control of the situation that happens around you, you dictate the pace of combat. And you have that juicy dodge rate, which works. With this character, I see how it works. I don't see with Barbarian how the fucking dodge rate works. It's like there are two conditions of the Barbarian. Get fucked or tank everything. Tank, or dodge everything. Plus, this character like straight up sends you back to the past, her gameplay being very reminiscent to Rogue of D1, only this one has AoE. Yeah, got 200 vitality. 200 because I'm not counting the bonus vitality. I'm just counting the flat one without any bonuses. Enigma would be really nice. Like, Enigma would have been really nice on more than just one character. I fucking hate this. I went again the wrong way.
Good day.
Oh, I don't have
Ask and
TP. Towers are a tragedy. It just so happens that they put them here. Against my class, and not the other classes whom I played went through here, and there was no such thing. Well, at least not in that vast quantity.
lock.
Oh, I ran out of keys. Ran out of keys. I'm a believer that sometimes something good is going to drop from a place like that, so... Oh, the summoner is always immediate, so yeah.
Good riddance, freak.
Has no intention of fighting me. Instead, he's focusing his wimpy powers against my mercenary and a Valkyrie, and he doesn't do anything, so yeah.
Secret.
That's the first one. I think I have good amount of battles for my potential fight against the one and only Duriel. I actually find it hard to believe that there are classes in this game to whom, like, the Duriel boss fight is actually unbearable, when some others just completely shit on him without ever thinking. Like, I understand, like, the normal difficulty struggling against him, but on this one, that's already kind of strange. Okay, here I also need to choose the right way, which is probably not this way. I am doing damage to them. The biggest issue here is that he resummons skeletons that are fire resistant, yet he himself is fire, vulnerable to fire. Anyway, I lost my mercenary, I lost my Valkyrie, I lost everybody.
So,
Mm, 179. I think he can wield it. And he finally going to start doing some nasty hits.
I can't use that
Oh.
yet.
He needs one level. Oh, fuck you. He needs one level. I cannot use it because he needs one level. Gee, well that's unfortunate. Unlock me from not being able to use the immolation arrow. Please? Just please. What the fuck is that shit? He's immune to both fire and ice. And now he's dead. Nice. Now, the poison was not in this deal. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you too. I'm persistent. I want experience from them. So I'm going to go back, resummon the mercenary, and somehow tickle
Who
him.
goes there?
Tickle him to death. That's the reason why I didn't want to kill the Countess in Act 1. What the fuck do I even do now? My mercenary is still like... He needs 1 or 2 levels so that I can give him a better weapon, because now he's just there. I need him to be like present, but not in a sense that he's just standing there. He needs to do something. I still find it next to absurd level. That's... I can die even despite like having low resistances and despite playing on health limit. That's to those who are going to be bitching about the fact that no melee classes are not inferior. Yeah, go repeat the same thing with the melee class. I fucking dare you. But like having crapshoot resistances and below 1000 HP. We are privileged. May kill bosses with the snail space, but we are alive, and that's the only thing that matters. And I have the AoE and the crowd control, and you don't. Because you're probably playing Barbarian, thinking to yourself, huh, it'd be nice to be able to hit targets with the splash damage. Would be nice to stop missing that often. Alrighty. Oh, fuck. It would be also super nice if such class like Summoner Necromancer would have had more capabilities in dealing with enemies when it comes to like those narrow corridors or doorways. That could have been possible if his minions either would have had a possibility to like stack on top of one another like in Grim Dawn, or if his range summons were not so garbage. And I'm speaking both about the re-summoned ones and about the regular ones. He's still fighting someone. Just kill him.
Thanks.
I'm just running around. I'm trying to find the right place, but unfortunately I went to a wrong place. But okay. I won't going to get a level for the mercenary, unfortunately. I will get it for myself, but it won't matter because the next fight is going to be about how fast can you run away from the danger. Danger being that fucking fat fuck who is going to chase me. Because my mercenary is going to die. Obviously. And my Valkyrie is also going to get insta-killed. Decoy is an option. Looks kinda nice, but it does not have the juice. So when you shoot them with this ice thing, you're less threatened to get hit by the lightning bolts, because they are not even appearing. I'd say nice. I'd say nice. I can't enter there. Go and face tank. Okay. Guess that's all for face tank.
Good day. Hello.
Some potions.
Good day.
Actually, how many will I buy? I'll need a lot of these. Probably a lot of these as well.
Hello.
Just for the sake of it.
Good day.
It's going to be a long battle, and I don't think it will going to matter, but I'll still buy those. Fuck you, man.
I can't carry anymore.
Revive him and he's dead after a couple of seconds. Wonderful.
Need some help?
That's the wrong place. what I keep forgetting about? No matter how many times I'm going to press that button, he's not going to... She's not going to shoot the arrow. He's dead. Brilliant. I'll have easier time just doing this on my own. I don't know what kind of shit they're using to attack me with, but it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. One might think, well, why not just skip them? Well, why not? Granted, I had this idea. Granted. This is not the place. What about here? This is the place. Okay, finally. Now I get the mercenary and prepare to get my ass handed to me.
Good day.
Okay.
Not in town.
Hello.
That's going to be a long battle, so buckle up your seats as we are going to face against Duriel with a character that is so bad against bosses it hurts my soul. But okay. Procedure is really nice. He also isn't getting aggroed properly on this thing. It's not hard, they're just stupid. As it was on Nightmare, as it is on Hell, like, granted nothing changed. Can I freeze him? Oh. I can't. Nice. The freeze effect goes away the second I hit him. Granted, one thing that is different is that I have the Raven Frost. Granted, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this build is just bad for bosses. I cannot imagine. Why didn't they give us option to have something, at least something for single targets? That would be really nice. In OGD2 it wouldn't matter much because you could have just used the Uriel bugging system. And just kill him that way. Here, it's just how it is. Actually, I will fucking kill you just by shooting. Fuck off. I'll fight hordes of enemies any day with this character. I don't want to fight against bosses. And as you can see, it's not about how difficult it is. It's just about how tedious it is. As there is literally nothing difficult about that. You just run around and you pretend like you have methods to kite bosses when you don't. Because freeze doesn't work on him. And your Valkyrie dies within one hit. steep of decoy skill is much more enjoyable than this decoy. This is just a one hit, one boss sort of thing. Whatever. I killed him, I don't feel any satisfaction, unfortunately. Because I didn't, like, I haven't done anything spectacular in that fight whatsoever. I just killed the boss and it took me fucking ages to do because this build is
This is not good.
obviously
Will this madness ever end?
awful against single target bosses, act bosses.
Greetings.
So yeah. But I mean, second act on hell difficulty is done.
Greetings.
Not much to say about it. Absolutely. It's okay,
Good. You have.
I think. You know what makes no sense? He was 69, with like XP being over here. He died a bunch of times and now he is almost level 70. He is a complete, like, he's completely different from what you are when it comes to, like, when he is dying, he is gaining experience and not losing it.
Hello, Jared.
Act 3 on hell.
Greetings. Well,
Act 3. Which is going to be another place where it's going to be understandable why it doesn't matter how much resistances you have from a range character. With Fade, it's like this. With Fade proc. And Fade gives like 75%. To all resistances. Ah yes, as soon as I get into fucking Act 3, it starts like... And you know what? In offline, it doesn't lag that much. In this... Look how fucking laggy it is. Holy shit, man. Jeez.
What would this bring from the right buyer?
It only brings lags. And it's very bad. Dude, at the beginning I said that this game from the technical standpoint, I don't have much to say, like bad things to say about it. Oh my fucking god. Little did I know that after like months of playing it, it will going to be like this. Look, it's like frame rates is below ass. Actually, let me... Nice 40 FPS, yes. Fuck you. But the fact that it has nothing to do with the system that I'm playing on, because it can carry this game to like 60 FPS on constantly, and in offline it works in 60. in online, Act 3, like fuck you, it goes down to like 40. How about fixing the game, Blizzard? How? How about that? My mercenary died. Would you believe it? And the mercenary actually dies.
Well, breathe.
I didn't mean that.
Good. Now that I never. You should be.
Hello there.
Hello.
Give me that 20 HP. 20 HP. Matters a lot. It doesn't. It's always Act 3 and Act 4 that are so laggy. When it comes to frame rate, when it comes to how bad the server stability is, that's like everywhere you go, you're going to find it. Can't even shoot them. That's a stable frame rate. Stably bad frame rate. Worst thing is that I'm literally tired of like seeing this, because I see this every fucking time I get to go through those acts on every single character if I play online. And it's been going like this for 3 months straight, and they still have not fixed it. And it literally just... it annoys the hell out of me. Goes to show you how much they care about their audience wishes and regards. It's literally, it just goes down to 30 FPS. Oh, Blizzard. Blizzard. You go here and it's okay. You go outside and it's a complete dogshit frame rate. Paired up with literally the most unstable servers you will ever going to see in an offline oriented game. I also like how this doesn't even remotely influence my gaming experience or the enjoyment of the game that I'm supposed to get while playing it. But don't worry, instead of actually doing something, Activision Blizzard is again going on a strike against Bobby Kotick, because why not? Why the fuck not? No, dude, seriously, it's impossible to speak about Blizzard in a positive sense. No matter what kind of like game you're looking, well, probably except Hearthstone, you're just going to get bombarded with how awful Blizzard decision making is. Like how they are launching the new season for season 25, I believe, or 29, for the OG D2. As if those 10 to 15 people who are still playing that game, instead of playing Diablo 2 Resurrected, or modded Diablo 2, are going to play their seasons. Granted, why the fuck even... Like, okay, you can play that D2, but the seasons are already like... It's literally pointless for the game, for that game, that version of the game, to have the seasons. It's like wasting time. It's literally impossible to die with this character. Well, it's sort of possible. The fuck is it so hard to do? Even if you have like this, doesn't matter. Defense sucks, doesn't matter. Resistance sucks, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Again, my biggest problem is that it doesn't teach you anything. Like, the fact that it, like, something like this is even remotely possible on hell difficulty is what is incredibly bad about it. Especially when you consider the fact that you are not playing a summoner class. Like, I would understand summoner classes because you 24/7 just hide behind unkillable army and that's it. But like on range shooting class, you also don't care about getting resistances and defense whatsoever. Why? Again, take a look at how well Grim Dawn did it. You naturally, like, as a range character, we're going to get to like, sort of same resistances maxed and overcapped like most of the other classes in the game, besides like Summoner. Here, it's like, you don't need it, and it doesn't matter, unless you get one-shotted, which, granted, have not happened yet. Don't know why. Guess until I meet Glooms, well, not going to happen. It just makes no sense. It literally makes no sense to me. It sort of also goes to show you that this whole thing about some people are still like believing that this game is like super hard when it comes to like you can have the best gear possible and yet you're still going to get deleted against certain enemies really fast. But that's just the problem of how little to no damage reduction thing that matters are in this game. It is not related to the fact that, oh, take a look, like they do so much damage even though I have the gear. It's just that the fact that your gear, when it comes to defense, means little to me. It doesn't do much. Against certain enemies, it just doesn't do much. But that doesn't tell you that the game is, oh my fucking god, the game is so fucking hard. Hell fucking no. As a matter of fact, in comparison to Grim Dawn, this game is fucking easy. Like, legit, no matter which difficulty you pick, it's fucking easier. Just because something like this is even possible, you'll pick a ranged character and you just don't care. You don't care about resistances, you don't care about how much defense you have, you just go and kill everything. And also imagine giving your mercenary gear that's going to make him literally unkillable. My mercenary is not unkillable. And yet it doesn't matter. Hell, like even the melee characters would have had much better experience if the fucking defense would have actually given defense and not fucking dodge chance. Which makes absolutely no sense. Hence, this is why you are going to see barbarians who are having like 5,000 and above HP, and then in Chaos Sanctuary losing thousands of health within seconds just because, oh, well, defense is dodge. And if I don't dodge, of course I get hit. And of course it hurts. Archaic? Absolutely. Impossible to comprehend? No, not really. This game is very easy to understand how it works. You don't need any big brain blaze or strategic thinking. You just kind of do it, and that's it. Gidbin. Gidbin. Not here, right? Yep. And as I said before, again, with this whole, since defense is giving dodge and why it makes no sense and why it is bad, the best way to not to get killed as a ranged character in this game is if you manually run away from danger. Like, it's not related to how much dodge chance you have. It's not related to, because when you're running, your dodge chance and your defense goes to 0. It has nothing to do with the parameter of defense whatsoever, because it disappears when you start running, even on ranged classes, which makes absolutely fucking no sense. Because the game doesn't teach you anything. Except, like, you need to manually run away from things. And if you don't, well... that's a different story. So yeah, when it comes to long story short, I definitely don't consider this game to be hard, impossible to beat, no. That's a myth that, with all due honesty, has no right for existing. Unless you play Summon and Druid, but then don't cry about the fact that your character can do anything. Or you play Barbarian without gear. Haven't found Gidbin. Need to hit my mercenary, find the Gidbin, and then finish for today.
Good day.
Is this run, like, by the general feel, is it better than the run that I had with Barbarian? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because fuck that trash. I don't want to ever be reminded of the fact that I have played this Barbarian. First comes the Paladin, then when it comes to like how those characters that I have played, Barbarian, not the Barbarian, Paladin, Amazon, and then Necromancer Summon. From the walkthrough perspective, I'm going to put them in that particular order. is Gidbin? Gidbin and the brain that I need to get. Like how they're hiding behind the wall, yet literally me and them can hit each other freely and without any sort of problem.
This dagger will separate the faithful from the fallen.
Alrighty. Layers dungeon.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, you're overburdened. Oh, I re-summon my Valkyrie, but to kill the little guys I need to use the fire arrow, which unfortunately I can't use the fire arrow because after the re-summon I cannot fucking press it. Unbelievable. How good this system is. Hell, I'm going to sell this. I'm sticking to the fact that, as I said, like I don't give a shit about resistances on this character. I'm going to ditch resistances just so it will be a fair fight.
Now that
I don't care. They don't matter. I shouldn't have grabbed this one. I should have just no res whatsoever.
Not enough.
Otherwise, it's not fun. Otherwise. I'm not taking this. No. This is the point where I'm going to measure how hard it is to die with negative resistances. I'm going to spice up the gameplay a little bit. It has no meaning, you shouldn't do that, but I am doing it. Because why not? Oh, fuck you. Now I'm having to deal with those guys. Another bane of my existence. I get hit twice. Twice there. Oh, XP. Labyrinth. A labyrinth that has like no enemies. Until you get surrounded and get insta-killed. And my mercenary just go and fight him instead of other guys. Because he is, again, fire and cold, so yeah. Not much I can do there. Wait, this wasn't even the place. Oh man. See, I'm just keeping distance and I'm alive because of that. Just because I keep distance. Ah! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I can see the flame. Nice. Get me out of here. Straight into Travinco to open the portal. And we are going to be done for today. So, as I promised, I keep my resistances at the point where it hurts, but I still haven't died whatsoever. Neither on normal, on nightmare, and on the hell difficulty. And as far as things goes, it doesn't even matter. Because you don't get punished as a ranged character whatsoever. It's really dumb, and I know it, but that's just how things are. And I definitely don't consider this to be a healthy thing whatsoever. Because the game literally tells you, so what if you don't have resistances, just don't have them and that's it. Doesn't matter. Still going to be alive, you still, like, this literally does not matter on a ranged character. And granted, I am of course like ranting about that because in other games you just can't do that. You can go into PoE and have minus resistances in endgame. You can go into Grim Dawn and have minus resistances in endgame. Also, you can have Act 3 lagging for the course of 3 months and they still do not fix it. That's literally fucking impossible. Where's the waypoint? Give me the waypoint, and I'm going to go out.
Not enough mana.
The fuck is hitting me? Nice. Nice elites. Now I have to chase them. There was also another one. Nice. The more elites, the more experience, the more experience, the more level ups. Obviously, I like that. And nothing else matters. Yes, we did it. Got ourselves to Kurast, which means like half of the Act 3 on Hell is already done. Done, done, and done.
Greetings.
Which is really, really nice. This is good. This is crap.
Yes?
This is not good. This goes into here, into here. Quest completed? Yeah, quest completed. Okay, fine. Unload things that I don't need in the stash, and we are done. We are done for today. Nice. I can even use this now instead of treachery if I want to. But I don't think I want to. I want to use this though. Can you use it?
I can't use that yet.
Off. 179. Why not though? Ah, yes, because 5 to all attributes. I'm stupid. Now I understand. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for participation. Let me turn on the frame rate meter, because I don't need it anymore. Regardless, when it comes to progression, there you go. Act 1, Act 2, and half of Act 3 has been completed, which means probably on the next stream we are going to finish with this journey on Hell difficulty. Fights against bosses are annoying as this character, but general progression is very, very, very easy. The juggle between fire and ice is good, and overall the character survivability is massive, which I like. And this is the only character thus far on whom wearing the Shaco doesn't look like you are being a circus clown who just ran away from the circus because you got ill-treated there, or they were not paying you properly. Literally the only character on whom thus far the Shaco doesn't look like shit, and actually fits into the model, like the green color and all that kind of stuff fits perfectly. Okay, if you missed what happened during previous stream or this stream, you can revisit it on our Twitch channel. You can visit our YouTube channel for highlights and video on demands and other kind of content to see what sort of stuff we have for you. If you want to, you can support us on Patreon for extra content. You can support by subscribing. You can support by simply like sharing, commenting on YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for the participation. I wish you have a great weekend, and until next time.